So what what have those school partnerships taught you, and how did you manage to facilitate those in the first place?
Yeah, no, you're right. So those school partnerships they're vital to what we do.
Huge.
They're a key integral part of that. They're not always easy. There has to be some trust built. I guess the way we started maybe helped a little bit because we started with one campus.
Hmm.
And I knew the counselor there. She'd been there forever. And I had a relationship with her. She knew me. We kind of had some similar friendships and relationships that we had in common. And so we were able to do that and have proof of concept before we move on to the second campus, and then add another campus for a year, and then move on and add a third. So we kind of built slowly and intentionally in the beginning. Part of that is listening well. As a founder, as someone who's passionate about something, the tendency for me, I can only speak for me, but sometimes my tendency is to run in and go, "Hey, Leah, guess what? We're doing this and there's this and there's one out of four kids." And I mean, I can just because I'm passionate about it. Um, that's not always beneficial if I'm not listening well to those campuses or if I'm assuming that campus A, that their problems, their issues are the same as campus B,
Oh, interesting. So
right?
you had to kind of discern among them what
Yeah,
differences. Yeah,
yeah, different demographics, different families,
sure,
different economics. Like there's a
sure.
lot of things there, and there's that Venn diagram where there's definitely a commonality in the center, which we try to live in. That's the easiest thing to do. Um, but there's and it's kind of like there are families and kids that we serve that come from all backgrounds, right? Whether it's culture or faith or economics or whatever it is. And there is a stigma attached to some of those things. So everything we try to do, we do with dignity and respect, right? At the top of the list. And anyone who is new, volunteers, it's not unusual to have conversations of well, why is that family in your program? Why are those kids in your program? Have you seen the car their mom drives? Have do they have jobs? Do they, they've got $100 pair of Jordans on. They all have, what's one I like to hear all the time? Everybody has a cell phone. They have a cell phone. They can
Right.
afford a cell phone. Brene Brown has this great quote that she says, people are hard to hate close up. So move in, right? I love Brene. Good
Me too.
Texas girl.
She's from Texas. That's right.
But that's true. I mean, as you move in, then you realize people's stories are not all the same.
Right.
You don't know the sequence of events that brought them to your program. And one of the things I like to say is that we're real good at pointing fingers, but we're not real good at pointing thumbs. Like we need to be sure that we're being led by our thumbs and not our fingers. I mean, it's taught me like to move in closer and to remember that we're human. Like at the very beginning of this, it needs to be a human element to it. And so those partnerships and listening to people and schools and counselors and nurses, um, we have to keep our humanity at the center of it. I think that's been a huge thing.